So I'm still sweating like crazy, it's very hot. I'm in my shop right now. I wanted to show you what I've been doing these last days. That's why I was not very active on my channel, and I apologize for that. I'm sorting my paperwork and it's really not fascinating. Usually when it's about decluttering and sorting stuff and showing what I'm doing, I love doing that, even if sometimes it's hard to get rid of things because they have a sentimental value. It's still fun to do. But there is one thing which is not fun at all. It's sorting paperwork, because the papers are annoying, and well, my arm. The papers are annoying, and also when you come across papers which remind you really bad memories, like places where I went with my ex-husband and where it was not fine. It kind of brings me back in these moments that I want to forget. I don't want to remember these things. So it's really hard. The pleasure is to throw these papers, especially when they are not useful anymore. But sometimes you have to keep some papers, like divorce papers or things like that, and that's not fun. So I must admit I have a lot of difficulties to do that. But I must do it, because where I usually do my videos when I talk to you, I have no more space anymore to move. I have some papers everywhere. I have difficulties to paint because it's in the same space, and it's hard to create when you have so many papers around. And there are even more papers here in my shop. I'm going to show you. So for example, I have a file like that, a cabinet, which is full of files like that, and that is one drawer, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 drawers full of files like that. Fortunately, a lot of papers are coming from France, and I think that there is a lot that I can throw away because it's so old now. But there are things that I must keep, and I really must do it. I must do it. So what is here is less urgent because it doesn't bother me in my living room, but the other papers which are in my living room, that's a problem. So here, as I was showing you the other night, are the papers that I already started to sort, and I put them in files like that I bought at IKEA, which cost almost nothing, and it's perfect because it allows me to sort the things without spreading all my papers on the floor. And I have more here, and I have more here, and I'm not even going to show you my desk here, which is full of papers too. So I'm going to continue here, and I will show you my progress little by little. I thought that maybe by filming my progresses and by showing you what I have to do, that maybe it would encourage me to actually do it, because I really need to do it. It's actually urgent. I really need my paperwork to be sorted, because I can't work like that. I can't. I don't manage to work in the mess. And you know, if I only had that to do in a day, it would be already done. The problem is that I have my usual work to do as well, so that's why it takes me so much time. And also the fact that I don't feel good when I do that, I must admit. And at least it will allow me to clean more easily the floor, because right now it's impossible. It's impossible. And with the heat, the cats lose their hair, and I find hair everywhere. Well, okay, I'm not going to I'm not going to put you down with all my paperwork. but I wanted to show you that even something unpleasant to do can be done, I hope so, and that maybe it will encourage you to do the same. And please don't take me as a model because, or as a good example, because there is one thing I'm really bad at, it's sorting paperwork. Not that I don't know how to do it, I perfectly know how to do it. I used to do it really well. It's just that I don't like doing it, and I wait, and at a point I wait so much that it becomes really a problem. So don't do like me, just take what is good in what I'm saying and forget all the bad. If you have any suggestions or any idea about sorting paper you want to tell me, please do. Any advice which could be constructive for me, I will take it, because I'm always searching for good ideas. And I hate the mess, and I live in a mess right now, and I can't continue like that, because every letter, everything I have to do becomes a problem. It shouldn't be like that. Okay, I'm going to keep you posted. What I did yesterday, we are the next day, I sorted a lot of files which were there, and as you can see I don't have a lot remaining. All what is there, it's actually not files, it's books, and here it's mostly files which are actually empty, that I kept if I need to use them, and what I'm not going to use I will throw away. And I basically know what everything is now here, and as you can see on my desk that I didn't show yesterday because it was full of paper, but everything was full, and I managed to sort at least the papers which were on my desk. There is still too much stuff because, for example, this and this, it's the things that I'm going to sell, and this is going to go on my Etsy shop, so it has nothing to do here. And I don't want to have so many things on my desk, it's too much. Well, this is my camera stuff. I did a lot. However, what I realized is that here all the IKEA files are almost full. I can't put much more there. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to sort each file and start storing them in true files, because if I continue like that I won't be able to put more things in them. They are really pretty full. For example, if I have a file like insurance, for example, I can also separate different insurances, you know, so everything doesn't have to be in one file. Because I still have the cabinet in my shop to sort, and I think that I need to empty these files before starting what is remaining. But it's such a huge job that I tackled. Just to let you know, all this, it's not paperwork, it's everything. When I go to the post office, everything I need to for the post office, it's a mess. I must sort that too. And my lip glosses don't need to be here. I wanted to show you my collection of stones. I love having that. I'm going to put it here. It's amethyst. I love having that when I'm working. I think it's so beautiful. Look at those ones. I'm not a specialist. I only know that those ones are amethyst. I think that is some glass, some kind of glass. And look at that. That belonged to one of my sons. That's beautiful. And this one. So I like working with things like that in front of me. I think it has something very relaxing. Okay, I'm sorry it's not a very well built video because I have no idea of how the things are going to be while I'm doing them. So it's a little messy, but I wanted to show you my progress. I'm not sure that I explain very well what I was doing with my files. Anyway, once I'm a little further in my decluttering, paperwork decluttering, I will explain to you exactly what I did, so maybe it will help you to do the same for you. Right now I ended up with a lot of files which are empty because I emptied all my files which were under my desk and to put them in these IKEA files just so they would be sorted correctly, because sometimes I was finding, for example, bank paper in a file which was not bank, you know, so I wanted to be sure first to sort correctly my papers. There are files which can be put in a simple file and some which are much thicker, and I need things like that. So these ones come from France. I bought these things in France. Actually, it's very difficult to find a file, a thing like that with that. And it's not exactly the same size here in the US as in France. In France it's narrower and a little longer, but I managed to make it work because there is something here that you can adjust, you see. Well, actually this one, no, yes, it's here. You can adjust it here. You can put it more or less like that. So of course there were some things written on them and they start being a little old actually, and I thought maybe I could decorate them so it would be a little more attractive, and maybe it will be easier for me to remember what is in these files if I see a motif or something on them, on the top of writing what it is, of course. So I thought that I would decorate one. Maybe I will start with this one. I will decorate one and show you. My next video will be some art and craft, but once I'm done with my paperwork, you will have the follow-up, because it's very big work and it can be done in 5 minutes, as you can imagine, even not in an hour. So I'm going to decorate that, not all the thing, but just a little to make it a little more fancy. Okay, I'm going to put some kind of white on the side, because then I will be able to write what it is. Because if I put a motif there, I won't see what it is, unless if I put a tag on the top of it, but the aim is not to hide the motif, so it's more simple to do it like that. Oh, okay. You see, that is a good example not to use your card, so do it with the finger in this case. so I will do the other ones, maybe not so busy because it's files, so it's supposed to store paperwork. Maybe it must not be as busy as that. I have the instinct to do my collage as the usual, but now I'm wondering if it doesn't need to be a little more sober. I see something here which bothers me. I'm almost done with my matte Mod Podge. I'm going to finish the other glue so that I have before buying new ones, because I'm fed up to have too much stock in my house. And I have a lot of glossy Mod Podge. It's actually a problem because I usually don't use much glossy. I don't know why I bought the glossy one, but maybe I will mix it with some water and it will make it a little less glossy. Or maybe I will use some matte varnish at the end so it will remove the glossy aspect. Okay, I think that I'm going to stop with my video. You see, I started with some decluttering and paperwork and I end up with doing some collage. It's not exactly what I was expecting, but you will know more about the decluttering then. I promise I will keep you posted, and chiefly I will explain you well what I did. Just be aware that I have a lot of paperwork because I'm in a specific situation. I mean, for a regular person, you don't need to have so much files and papers, especially now as we scan documents and we keep a lot on the computer or on an external memory as I do. But you know, for my visa and for the taxes, as I have a business, I also need to have a paper copy of the important documents in case I would be asked to show them. And especially when I ask for my extension of stay or any document for the visa, I need to send a paper document. So the scans are not enough. We can't send emails to the immigration. We need to send a true file full of papers. So just to let you know. But for someone who is just a particular, if you work somewhere, if you don't have a business, if you are, I mean, an employee, you just need to keep your wages and any document related to your retirement, social security, I don't know, unemployment, things like that, because in the future, if you need your retirement, it's always good to have a copy of these documents in paper in case everything would disappear from your computer. But otherwise, even the bills now we can pay through internet, even the bank statement we can find them on internet. So I like to have my bank statements in paper because when I do my tax return, I really like to look at the papers in front of me. But it's not mandatory, especially if you have an accountant who does your tax return. You don't need to have all this. That is the good aspect of the internet and the computers. Anyway, I will keep you posted about my decluttering, and I will keep you posted about my decoration of files. So basically it's going to be like that. Maybe I should cover that too. Yeah, maybe I will cover that, but basically it's going to be like that with so you see, it's completely transformed. I didn't want to buy new ones because those ones I can't find them in the US, and anyway, why buying again something that you already have? It's still working, so I like to recycle. I'm sorry for the messy video. I have a messy life right now because of all these papers, because of the heat, which is unbearable, but hopefully it will be much better in a few weeks. Okay, see you very soon. Bye bye.